I've got a very interesting question for you. What's your immune system? Do you know it's a word that we use so much, isn't it? Oh, my immune system must be down, that's why I've got a cold. But what is your immune system?
Meet Barbara O'Neill, a dedicated Australian naturopath and health educator who has a strong background in nursing and a passion for the natural world. Her personal journey into natural health began when her first child faced a severe health issue that didn't respond to conventional treatments. This experience led her to explore the natural field, and she now firmly believes that the human body has an innate ability to heal itself, given the right circumstances. Today, Dr. O'Neill will explain how to keep your immune system functioning optimally through diet. But before we move on, let's first find out what your immune system is and why it is important.
Well, we've got a protection in our body, and on our body it's called skin. The skin is a protection. And if you cut the skin, then it's now open to the air, open to any pathogens that might come in. And so what you've got to do is you've got to put that skin together and cover it, don't you? And if you don't cover it, then what will happen, it'll get infected. Some people said, I got an infection. What is an infection? Well, your pus is dead white blood cells, and those white blood cells basically make up your immune system. What most people see is the main part of their immune system, which is your white blood cells. Have you heard of your white blood cells? We all have white blood cells, and there's one white blood cell to about 10,000 red blood cells. And there are 5 different types of white blood cells. So 62% of our white blood cells are neutrophils. They make up the most part of the white blood cells. And then 18% are monocytes. That's another type of white blood cell. And then 16% are made up of lymphocytes. Now lymphocytes, lymphocytes are the white blood cell that's made in your lymph nodes. So your lymphatic system is like your body's vacuum cleaner. And what does the vacuum cleaner vacuum up? Waste. So your lymphatic system sucks and sweeps up waste from the tissues, takes it to the nodes. Your lymph nodes are in your neck, in your armpits, and in your groin. They're your main lymphatic nodes, and in those nodes are lymphocytes. So some of the waste that's taken into those nodes can be basically dealt with by those white blood cells. And then 2% of your white blood cells is made up of basophils. And then another 2% is made up of eosinophils. So that's your white blood cells. They're your internal army.
Your immune system is your body's defense system. It protects you from germs, viruses, and other harmful invaders that can make you sick. Think of it like an army inside your body, made up of special cells, tissues, and organs that work together to fight infections and keep you healthy. If something harmful enters your body, your immune system quickly responds to destroy it and help you recover. But to work properly, your immune system needs a boost, and that is possible with a proper diet. Let's take a look at the list of immunity-boosting foods recommended by Dr. Barbara O'Neill.
Is proper diet. And we just covered the proper diet. High fibre. They're the 3 essentials, is fibre, protein, and fats. One of the questions was, there is a doctor that says the fat you eat, the fat you wear. But I've known people on fat-free diets and they're very large. You know, really, it's the fat you eat isn't the fat you wear, because fat doesn't make you fat. It's the wheat and the sugar you eat. That's your wheat belly. That's where it dumps. That's basic anatomy and physiology.
Dr. Barbara O'Neill explains that fiber, proteins, and fats are three important types of nutrients that are required to keep your immune system working optimally. But what foods contain these nutrients? What should we eat to incorporate these nutrients into our daily lives? Let's find out. Number 6, coconut.
Especially your saturated fats. Do you know what your body loves doing with saturated fats? And the best saturated fats is your coconut. Burns it as fuel. It's like the farmer, the Australian farmer who got coconuts cheap to fatten up his cows. Well, his cows lost fat, put on muscle, started bounding round the paddocks. So if you want to bound round the paddock, what do you eat? Coconut.
Research shows that the medium-chain fatty acids in coconuts, especially lauric acid, have antimicrobial and antiviral properties that help fight infections. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that lauric acid converts into monolaurin in the body, which enhances immune function by breaking down the lipid membranes of harmful bacteria and viruses. Another study shows how MCFAs improve white blood cell activity, strengthening the body's natural defense system. Apart from coconut, Dr. Barbara O'Neill also regards legumes as immune-boosting foods. Let's find out why. Number 5, legumes.
Legume, what's a legume? Beans, so lentils, chickpeas, lima beans, black-eyed beans, cannellini beans, soybeans, so many different legumes. And if you want to know how to cook legumes, get an Indian cookbook. And by the way, it doesn't have to be hot. They know how to cook legumes. Legumes are high in protein, but they are medium to low in carbohydrate. The fact is that the legume is about a third the carbohydrate that you will find in your grain.
Research highlights that legumes contain prebiotic fibers that nourish gut bacteria, which play a key role in regulating immunity. Another study published in Nutrients found that the zinc, iron, and folate in legumes support white blood cell production and help the body fight infections. The next immunity-boosting food on our list is number 4, tomatoes.
One organic tomato will give you 9 times the iron of a conventionally grown tomato. And I think you'll agree with me, olive oil and tomatoes go very nice. They almost hand in hand together. And you look at Lebanese food, Italian food, there's a lot of tomato and olive oil cooking. When it's cooked with an oil, it releases a plant chemical called lycopene. Lycopene is from the fat-soluble family, and that's another reason why we should be eating a little oil with our meals, because it helps release the fat-soluble vitamins. Lycopene is a potent antioxidant, and it has the ability to reduce the inflammation of the prostate gland, so that's good news, isn't it?
Lycopene, the main antioxidant in tomatoes, reduces inflammation and enhances immune cell function. A study found that vitamin C in tomatoes boosts white blood cell production and helps protect against infections. Additionally, research in Frontiers in Nutrition highlights that the beta-carotene and flavonoids in tomatoes support immune response by reducing oxidative stress and improving cellular defense. But that's not all. There are more immune-boosting foods on our menu. Let's take a look at the next one. Number 3, nuts and seeds.
What about a seed? Pumpkin seed, sesame seed, sunflower seed. I think you had a chia seed demo this morning, yeah, chias. Seeds are high in protein, but they are quite low in carbohydrate. So God said, "Behold, I've given you every herb bearing seed which is upon the face of the earth, and every tree, in the which of the tree is a fruit yielding seed." So what's a fruit yielding seed? There's your nut. All your nuts come from the fruit of the tree. Pumpkin, so that's your seed. Coming to your nuts now. For your nuts, almond, Brazil, hazel. So coming back to our alkaline forming foods, the 2 nuts are your almond and Brazil. And all your seeds have an alkaline effect.
Nuts and seeds boost immunity because they are rich in healthy fats, protein, vitamins, and antioxidants. Almonds and sunflower seeds provide vitamin E, which enhances immune cell function. Walnuts and flax seeds contain omega-3 fatty acids, which reduce inflammation and support immune responses. Pumpkin seeds are packed with zinc, essential for white blood cell production. A study in nutrients confirms that vitamin E and zinc from nuts and seeds enhance immune defense by supporting T-cell function and reducing oxidative stress. After nuts and seeds, here comes an extremely healthy option that works wonders for your overall well-being. Number 2, leafy greens.
Simply the most alkalizing food you can take is your vegetables, and of the vegetable kingdom, it is the dark green leafies. That's why spirulina, wheatgrass, green barley, green smoothies, they're all very popular because they are very alkalizing in the body. We have spinach and silver beet, kale. We should be eating something from the dark green family of vegetables every single day. And if you don't, you really should have a dose of green barley or super greens. Dark green leafy vegetables are also alkaline forming. Dark green leafy vegetables we should be eating every day. That's your kale, that's your parsley, that's your, what you call them, collard greens. Do you know, I've never seen collard greens in Australia. You can tell I'm in Alabama. They're a popular food here, but we do have spinach and silver beet, kale. We should be eating something from the dark green family of vegetables every single day. And if you don't, you really should have a dose of green barley or super greens.
Leafy greens like spinach, kale, and Swiss chard are packed with vitamin C, vitamin A, and folate, all of which strengthen the immune system. Vitamin C boosts white blood cell production, vitamin A supports mucosal barriers to fight infections, and folate aids in immune cell formation. A study in Frontiers in Immunology found that leafy greens contain bioactive compounds that enhance gut microbiota, which plays a key role in regulating immune responses. Finally, it's time for immune-boosting food number 1 on the list. Number 1, olives.
And so with the olive, what are the values of the olive? Well, from the leaf of the tree, you can get olive leaf extract. And that's particularly helpful if someone has a problem where they want to conquer yeast or maybe a bacteria, something happening in their body, because the olive leaf is antifungal, it's antibacterial. A lot of people have found help with that. Some people that have a cold or a bad cough, they'll take the olive leaf extract 3 times a day and find it very helpful.
Olives and olive oil are rich in polyphenols, which have powerful anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties. They also contain vitamin E and healthy monounsaturated fats, which help protect immune cells from oxidative damage. Research in molecules confirms that polyphenols in olives improve immune function by reducing inflammation and supporting gut health, a crucial factor in immune regulation. So there we are. These are the 6 foods and food groups that can kickstart your immune system if you make them a part of your daily diet. Which of these immune-boosting foods do you already include in your diet, and which one are you excited to try? Have you noticed a difference in your immunity when you focus on eating whole, nutrient-rich foods compared to processed foods? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep this conversation going. Remember, you are what you eat, so nurture your health, and remember to take your daily dose of longevity seed for a vibrant life. And hey, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more health tips and food insights.